Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelsey, and let's go over my 2026 goals. You don't know this, but I do. I just recorded this entire video and I realized my microphone wasn't on and my air exchanger is on in my house. And so you hear it the entire time in the background of me speaking. And so I have to record this entire video again. Anyways, let's get into what this video is about. So at the start of last year, when I just had my baby, I wanted to set some goals out for myself because I felt like I was entering a new chapter in my life. And I wanted to talk about the ideas that I had for the rest of the year. I feel pretty much the same this January. My baby has started daycare. I'm going back to work. I just started. It was my first week last week. And I want to set myself some goals so that I keep myself motivated, keep myself engaged with creating content for this channel. But first, let's see if I completed my goals for last year. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelsey and I'm here today to do my 2025 goals. So as the title suggests, I took a 2-month break from booktube mostly because I went into labor. First of all, it's so crazy to me that my baby was just born and now he's like 13 months and basically a toddler and like giving me attitude. I can't even believe it. I can't even believe that he was just born here. So the first goal and the goal that I have every year is to read 100 books. Slay! I read 135 books last year. So check that off. I did really, really well. I'm really, really proud of myself. Next, I would really like to read one nonfiction a month this year. Another slay. I read 13 nonfiction books, so that's more than one a month. And I really enjoyed doing so. And it is a goal, spoiler alert, that I will have for this year as well. I also want to read more of my classics. I had 2 videos where I read quite a bit of classics and then some classics were sprinkled into other videos. I enjoyed that. I really, really found a more love and appreciation for classics last year. So that was another slay. And my fourth goal this year would be to dwindle down my YA TBR. So I just saw that part of this caveat was if possible to 0, which I did not do. But I did dwindle my YA TBR quite a bit this year. I think I read about 9 dedicated books for a dwindle down my YA TBR series video, which I really, really enjoyed doing and will continue in 2026. I have less YA on my shelves definitely at the start of this year. So when I continue this series, I will hopefully get it down to 0. But did I get it down to 0 in 2025? No, I did not. My fifth goal, and this is one that I will be heavily committing to this year, and I've already started in January, is to read one Brandon Sanderson book a month. Okay, obviously I did not complete this one. I gave up on this goal probably in January. I read maybe one other Brandon Sanderson book, I think last year. No, 2 more. I read 3 last year, okay? That's a quarter of the year. So I gave up on this idea. I think I felt overwhelmed by the sheer length of Brandon Sanderson's books. So it is a semi goal that I have this year to read more, but I'm not committing myself to 1 book a month like I did last year. I think that was really, really unreasonable, especially with the fact that I was doing vlog projects while raising a child. Who was I kidding? Next goal is to finish the Wheel of Time series this year. I'm finishing it this year. I'm so fed up of reading these books. You and me both, sister. I am really fed up of reading the Wheel of Time series. So fed up, in fact, that I gave up on this goal because I really, really, really just wanted to find joy and peace. And I did not continue with the Wheel of Time series last year. I read maybe 3, 4 maybe. And that's good too. That's at least 1/3 of the year. But I stopped at a certain point and I just didn't care enough to re-pick it up. Quite frankly, it is, spoiler alert, one of my goals to read it in the next quarter, so the first quarter of the year, or I'm unhauling them. The next 3 books that I have to read in the Wheel of Time series are the ones Brandon Sanderson has written. So I'm finally getting to the actual books I wanted to read and the goal that I have. I'm just so bitter and fed up with this series that I put it off. I need to read these last 3 books. I have them on hold from the library. As soon as they come in, I'm going to start them because I need them out of here. I need them to be done. I'm so tired of having them. I'm so tired of talking about them. I'm sure you're tired of listening to me. So I need to get these out of here. I need either read or gone because I'm tired of this. So the Wheel of Time will be done this year, and that's one of my goals. And then lastly, my last goal would be to post consistently. I think I slayed that goal because I posted, give or take, like maybe there was 1 or 2 weeks where I missed a posting, but I really tried to post once a week, and I think I did. I see the growth in my channel just from me posting consistently. The comments, everybody's been so kind and nice. I love that people like to watch my stuff. So it was really encouraging. I can't express like how encouraging it was to do throughout the year. Obviously, as I'm going through like postpartum, raising a child, and also trying to do like a passion of mine. So I'm really proud of myself for what I've done, but I'm also really grateful at everybody who took the time to like comment. It was just very kind. So now I guess we can get into my 2026 goals. They are relatively similar to what I had last year because I really felt accomplished with what I was doing, and I like checking in on these specific goals because I do feel like they're still prevalent for 2026 and what 2026 will bring for me. So the first goal obviously is to read 100 books, same as last year. I do think I could possibly read more, but I don't want to be disappointed if I don't. So I would like to keep it at 100 books. I am restarting working again. I am starting with a new schedule, right? Raising my son while also going to work. I would like to be a bit easy on myself, but I would still like to have a challenge, and I would still like to put in an effort to read the books that I want to read. I would really like to get to my library of books and read the things that I want to read. So I still want to challenge myself, but I would like to leave room for disappointment because I'm also adding work this year. The next goal, we already talked about it. It is to finish The Wheel of Time no matter what in quarter 1. I don't care about my excuses. Come April 1st, maybe April 2nd, so you guys don't think I'm joking. Come April 2nd, if I still fucking have these books on my TBR, they are leaving this house. They are leaving this house. I obviously don't want to read them, and I'm obviously not putting in an effort to do so. So why would I keep them? I'm excited because they are the books I finally wanted to get to, which is Brandon Sanderson's writing, and I've heard that they are written better. So it's keeping me motivated. I have them all on hold at the library. As soon as they come in, they're going in my ears. I'm listening to them, and then they're going on the red shelf because they need to be done. They need to be done by April. My third goal of the year is probably the biggest goal, and I think the most challenging goal I will have, but it is to go on a total book buying ban on backlist books. So I have an issue where if I hear about a book and it sounds interesting to me, I will buy it. And it is a problem that I'm trying to fix. I need to be serious about a book buying ban. I need to stop myself from buying backlist books. And the reason I'm saying backlist books is because I have 4 caveats for my like rules for this book buying ban. So the first is that I'm allowed to have pre-orders. There are a lot of books coming out in 2026, which we'll get to later, from authors that I've enjoyed previously in the past. I would like to own a copy of these books. So pre-orders / 2026 releases that I hear about throughout the year don't count. I'm allowed to buy them if I want. 2, Aardvark book box does not count. We'll get into this. It's part of another goal later on, but I do pay for the Aardvark book box every month to get 1 book as a part of this subscription. And I've been enjoying Aardvark book box so far, so I did not want to cancel it this year. I'm just not allowed to buy like any of the backlist books that they have, only a 2026 new release. The third caveat is books bought on Christmas and my birthday don't count. My birthday is this month, it's in January. So any books bought to me from friends or any backlist books that I bought because I got gift cards or like money for stores, all of that does not count. And I'm saying it here, even though my birthday passed, January is still my birth month. And this week I'm going physically into work, so I'm going to reward myself. I've already made plans to buy the rest of the Game Changers book series by Rachel Reed, the Heated Rivalry series, from my local genre fiction, romance, fantasy, romantasy, and sci-fi bookstore. I really like to support that bookstore, Joie de Livre. So I will be going there. I will be buying those books. I don't want to hear anything about it. And they are last backlist books that I'm buying for the year. And the fourth caveat or rule really is that no buying for prompts, video ideas, or readathons. This is my issue that I have. So I need to absolutely find a book on my shelves that works. If I have to stretch the prompt, I will get over it. It's not that serious, Kelsey. And you need to stop buying books because you heard about them or because you need them for a vlog idea, whatever. We're going to think creatively this year and use what we have on our shelves. Wish me luck because I've never been on a book buying ban. And even at that, this is not like a total book buying ban. So hopefully the fact that I'm buying pre-orders will like tickle my fancy and I won't need to buy other books. My fourth goal is to read more nonfiction like last year. I don't think I'm going to commit to 1 a month, but I would like to tackle a lot of my nonfiction books this year. Part of reading is escapism and not wanting to tackle the issues that are going on in the world, and I completely understand that. I, however, really try to tackle my anxieties and my understanding of what is happening in the world through educating myself and being more intelligent than the people that I have to encounter that are idiots. Arguing with people is also one of my passions. So I would like to be more educated than others when it comes to the goings on in society, when it comes to specific topics that interest me. And so I want to stay educated and do my own research and read some nonfiction books that will help give me power over people who don't understand the way the world works. Going along with that, I would also like to keep the goal of reading more classics. I have some ideas for classic vlogs as well this year. Love to tackle some of them. I have a lot of intimidating classics on my TBR, so maybe we could do that as a sort of series, like intimidating classics. But yeah, going again with this idea of like educating myself, challenging myself this year, that is part of it. My sixth goal is again taking a from 2025, clearing my YA TBR and trying not to buy more. Obviously, with the book buying ban, we are helping with that. If I hear about a cool backlist YA book, I will not be buying it. And I'm also, like I said, continuing with the dwindle down my YA TBR series. So that will help me also get these YA books off my shelves. It's not that I hate YA. It's not that I think like YA is bad or anything like that. It's just that me, myself, I am not finding the joy in YA like I used to. So I would just like to clear those off my shelves, give them into my community to young people who might need to read these books or might want to read these books. My seventh goal is to post one video a week, much like last year, even though I'm returning to work and or remaining as consistent as possible. So like I said, I'm entering a new phase in my life. I'm entering a new challenge and I would like to really stay consistent. I have a bit of a schedule right now. So as I'm recording this video, I have a vlog going on that will come out. So I'm always trying to be hopefully 2 weeks ahead of my reading schedule. And I would really, really like to stay that way for this year. And I'm hoping that way, if I ever have a misstep, I still have a video in the backlog that I'll be able to not stress about and post. That's my goal. Hopefully, I can really keep that up. My eighth goal is to make a more conscious effort to read aardvark books or stop the subscription. I mentioned this already with my book buying ban, but I am going to continue the aardvark book subscription in 2026. I really, really liked the picks I had in 2025, and I enjoyed the overall experience of the aardvark book box and what they are promoting and what they are pushing out. I have, however, a problem where I did not read some of the aardvark book books that I bought. So my goal is to make a more conscious effort to read them this year, read the ones I'm buying as well. So far, we're pretty lucky. The books that I have read, I've enjoyed them. Some did not hit, but I enjoyed them enough that I'm like, yeah, I want to continue with this. And I made a good effort to skip the boxes where I had no interest in the books. So that is part of it. I want to be more conscious about these things, skipping boxes that I'm not interested in and reading the ones that I get and seeing if by the end of 2026, if I continue with the subscription into 2027. 9 is to be semi-consistent with short form content. This is a really big goal of mine because I find it so hard to do short form content. Now, if anybody's watching this and you make YouTube videos and short form content, please let me know if you also find difficulty with this, because I find it so hard to make a short little snappy video to put on TikTok and Instagram, because I find you have to be really eloquent and funny and smart and witty. Sometimes I'm just not that in short form, sometimes I need a bit of time to really get into the groove. And so I want to challenge myself to at least post a little bit, if I can, on short form. I have an idea for what I'm going to be calling the ABCs of reading, and I would like to at least post a review of every single letter of a book of every single letter of the alphabet. I've already read my A book, but I just can't sit down and record this video. I don't know why. I'm so nervous and intimidated about it, and I have no idea why, because I obviously post long form, so why can't I just post short form? Why so difficult? I don't know. And then my last goal is kind of a silly goal, because I don't really know how me myself I can control this, but if I could reach 500 subscribers on YouTube this year, that would be really great. I would be really happy about it. What can I do to do that? I have no idea. It's not a goal I'm taking serious because I don't actually care about the amount of subscribers or anything like that. I don't really want to focus on numbers, especially because I'm just doing this for fun while raising a child. So it's if I hit that, that would be really nice. But mostly this was just so that I had 10 goals. And now let's talk about the 2026 book releases that I would like to read. And again, I'm going to talk about any of them that I've pre-ordered so far. So one that's already come out and I already have in my possession is Half His Age by Jeanette McCurdy. This is about a young girl who is in love with her creative writing teacher, and she is unsure why, but maybe it's because he's the only one that sees her. So I do believe this is going to be a book looking at a teacher taking advantage of a minor and it's written by Jeanette McCurdy, which I think could be really, really interesting. I read her memoir, maybe it was 2 years ago, and I really, really enjoyed it. I really liked it. So I'm hoping that this will be just as successful. The next book I'm pretty interested in this year is The Ending Writes Itself by Evelyn Clark. This is by a woman named Kat Clark and V.E. Schwab, which is why I am interested in it. From what I understand, this is about a group of like 6 mystery thriller authors who are taken to this island to realize that one of their favorite authors has passed, and his publisher and editors create this competition amongst these 6 writers to see if one of them can finish his unpublished book. And that sounds really, really fun and really, really interesting. And the fact that it's written by V.E. Schwab, who hasn't really written any mystery thriller, really interests me. And I like that it's like a duo. I'm so fascinated by this book. I think it comes out in April, and I need to know more about this. I need to read it. Obviously, it's V.E. Schwab, so I'm going to read. She is one of my favorite authors and is an auto-buy author for me, so obviously I'm going to buy this and read it. I already have it pre-ordered. Speaking of V.E. Schwab, we also have the 3rd book in the Villains series, which is Victorious. The Villains series follows 2 students named Victor and Eli who wanted to write their dissertation on what they believe are extraordinary humans that exist, and they run these experiments and they give each other superpowers, and the story unfolds as they come to 2 opposing sides of an argument. This, I believe, is going to be the finale. I don't know, because with every book, I don't think V.E. Schwab knows if the series is continuing or not. So I'm just along for the ride. I love the Villain series. I have a feeling this is just going to be another 5-star, and I really, really, really hope I enjoy it because I'm eagerly anticipating it. It's supposed to come out in October, so you can bet your bottom dollar you're going to get a video from me. Speaking of anticipated finales from authors that I really enjoy, we also have the 3rd book in the Alex Stern series, which I believe is the finale. Someone can correct me if I am wrong. I don't know. But it is Deadbeat by Leigh Bardugo. The Alex Stern series follows a young girl named Alex Stern who, upon a car crash, I believe, she develops this ability to see ghosts. And while in her hospital bed after the car crash, she is offered the opportunity to go to Yale in order to keep an eye out and observe Yale's secret societies. And that's all I'll say. I really, really enjoy this series. I think it's really, really interesting and it's different from Leigh Bardugo. So I'm hoping that this 3rd book will be good. It was supposed to be a like 10-book grand series, and then Leigh Bardugo said it was only going to be a trilogy. We're going to see. I'm eagerly anticipating to see how this ends. And then another release from one of my newest favorite authors and one of my newest auto-buy authors, Kylie Lee Baker. I have really loved everything that Kylie Lee Baker has put out. I think I've either given everything like a 4 or 5 stars even. I'm anticipating the same for Japanese Gothic by her. This follows 2 timelines, one in October 2026 when a man named Lee Turner accidentally murders his roommate. The details are blurred and bloody. All he knows is that he has to go to the one place that might offer refuge, which is his father's new home in Japan, a house hidden by sword ferns and wild ginger. But something is terribly wrong with the house. The other timeline, October 1877, Sen is a young samurai in exile hiding from the imperial soldiers in a house behind the sword ferns. So obviously we have ghosts. Obviously we have a haunted house, and color me fucking interested. I will definitely be picking this up when it comes out. Along the same veins, we also have another author that I'm extremely interested in since their last release, which was These Eyes Are the Best Part. Molka by Monica Kim is going to be her newest release. So Molka is the Korean term for spy cameras secretly and illegally installed, often to capture voyeuristic images and videos. Daye can't believe her luck when she finds herself in a whirlwind romance with a handsome and charismatic heir to a multi-million-dollar fortune. But then a shocking revelation threatens. The couple has been caught on a spy cam amid Korea's growing Molka epidemic, and the video is all over the internet. So this sounds really, really different from These Eyes Are the Best Part, which I love. I love when an author has like 2 very different releases. So I'm really, really thinking I could probably like this one. And it also is handling a subject matter that me, which is hidden cameras everywhere. So I bet this one will really, really scare me. And I really like Monica Kim's writing so far. She's only released 1 book. So I'm really excited to pick this one up and see if it's another hit from her. Then one that I'm semi interested in because I do still really like this author. It is coming out September 15th, and it's Exit Party by Emily St. John Mandel. This takes place in 2031. America is at war with itself, but for the first time in weeks, there's some good news. The Republic of California has been declared, the curfew in Los Angeles is lifted, and everyone in the city is going to a party. Ari, newly released from prison, arrives with her friend Gloria just as a fragile new era begins. But there are people at the party who shouldn't be there. Something is very wrong. Years later, living in a different life in Paris, Ari remains haunted by that night. Whatever happened at the party fractured her sense of reality and may hold the key to a very different world. Emily St. John Mandel writes really, really cool shit. So this doesn't seem any different, and I'm very excited to pick it up. Interestingly enough, I forgot that I pre-ordered a YA book, but it is from our very own Cindy Pham from the channel with Cindy, and that is The Secret World of Briar Rose. I'm really, really interested in this, mostly because I have been loosely following Cindy's writing updates and stuff like that. And this is supposed to be an immersive queer Sleeping Beauty retelling about escapism, grief, and dreaming of a better world. 100 years have passed since the last heir of Gildan fell into eternal slumber and doomed the once mighty kingdom into poverty and invasion. At last, that's what the fairy tales claim. Corin is a jaded thief who doesn't believe in fables, even when she searches Gildan's underground tunnels to find her younger sister Ellie, who ran away to find the sleeping princess in the hopes of a better life. Corin's conviction is challenged when she discovers the ruins of an ancient castle maintained by beings from the kingdom's golden age to protect a hidden portal into Princess Amelia's subconscious. Following Ellie's voice, Corin jumps into the portal and seals the entry behind her. This sounds really, really interesting. Cindy has talked a lot about her reasonings for writing this book, the feelings that she wants to evoke. So I'm really interested to see how this subject matter was tackled, how she writes. I'm very excited for it. So I already have this pre-ordered. It's supposed to come out in June. And I think those are all of the books I'm going to be talking about for this video. I have 2 others, but they're not like eagerly anticipating. So I'll just cap it at that for now. That is the end of this video. So please let me know down below any of your goals for 2026. Are there any books that you are also eagerly anticipating? Are we eagerly anticipating the same books? Let me know down below. If you would like to follow me on my reading journey and see if I ever do those short form content videos, I do leave a link down below to my Twitter, Goodreads, and Instagram if you would like to follow me there. Of course, they are all owned by billionaires who are trying to take over the world. But if they still exist and you would like to follow me, the links are down below. We are in this together. And of course, because it is the end of the video, please do not forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. It does wonders for my channel. Makes me feel really good. And that's it. I never know how to end these things, so I will see you next time. Okay, bye.